Why, hello everyone, it's me! And today I'm gonna do an anime review. I'm just gonna milk this being drunk thing for as long as I can. So today we're gonna review the, it's a Crunchyroll exclusive, God of HighSchool. I watched it in like a day and a half. Really good, really liked it. Here's what I'll say. It's really good. Very good shonen, good action combat, really good. It's a Korean original manga. They're called like manhwas or something like that. There's another really one good called Solo Leveling that I'm still reading. It's what really got me onto the whole Korean manga thing. It's really good. And so Crunchyroll's been kind of doing this thing where they're making anime out of the Korean mangas. And so the first two they did were, I think they've done three. They've done Noblesse, the God of HighSchool, and Tower of God. And I've watched two of the three. I'm going to start Noblesse soon, but this is about the God of HighSchool. So basically the anime starts out, it's basically, it's introducing what the God of HighSchool is. The main character, Jim Mori, is on his way. He wakes up late, and he is on his bicycle going really fast, and this mugger on a bicycle comes and steals this old lady's purse. And Jim Mori is all like, "Nah, bro, ain't happening." And so he's super fast on the bike. And then he runs into the second main character, Yumira. She, like, her bike's there, or no, he like runs past her and hits her, and she like has a kendo sword and a wooden sword, and she throws the sword and it hits his bike, and they're like, oh my god, dude. And then he's like, "Hey, this old woman stole his stuff," and and as they're going, they move into the third main character, Han Daiwi, and he just kind of has his headphones in. He's just chilling. So they almost catch up to the guy, and then Mira gets hit by a sign, and then the guy's like, "Ha ha ha, we got away." And then Dawei just like, bow, and he hits the guy. And it happened to be that they're all going to the God of HighSchool. So what is the God of HighSchool? So it's called GOH. It's the God of HighSchool. It's this tournament that's held all around Korea. And basically, they're high school students that are martial artists, and they fight, and whoever wins gets any wish granted, right? And so in the first round, Jim Mori has to fight some dude who I don't remember the name. It doesn't really matter because the preliminaries go really quick. Jim Mori just kind of like three hits this dude and it's over. And then there's like this serial killer guy, and he's like beating the shit out of this girl, and Jim Mori's like, no, and he like three hits the guy, and then the referees are like, no, you can't do that. And so that happens, and then Dawei and Mira are like, "Bro, you can't be doing that, bro. Like, you can't do that." They're a team now. I forgot that part. So after the preliminaries, they gotta form 3-man groups. That didn't happen yet. No, we ain't got that far. We're getting that far. But so after the preliminaries, Dawei, Jim Mori, and Mira all make it, right? And Mira's whole thing is she's got this moonlight sword style, right? And she's trying to revive it for her friends. And Dawei, he's trying to pay his friend's medical bills. He's got cancer, he's dying. And Mori's just trying to get stronger so he can find his grandpa. Family. He's a family guy. And he's got to be a family guy. And so anyway, after the preliminaries, that goes. And then in the second round, they're like, "Hey, you're going to get disqualified, bro." And he's all like, "That's cool, I get it, but I had to step in because that's unacceptable." And so, like, look, if you could beat one of these commissioners, they're like these really strong guys. They're like not the referees, but like commissioner people. And Jim Mori's all like, "Yeah, bro, not a problem." So after the day 2 thing happens, Mira fights this dude who stole her sword. Did that happen yet? I don't think that happened yet. I don't think that happened yet. No, Mira fights somebody and they knock the sword out of her hand, and she's got this Kenpo style where she can like cut the wind with her hands. That's kind of cool, I guess. And then Dawi just kind of like just two shots this guy, and that's over. But the real thing is when Jin Mori has to deal with the commissioner guy, right? This is the first time we've seen anything like this. So Jim Mori just like teleports to the guy and says, "Nothing personal, kid," and then punches him in the mouth, and it goes in the corner of the ring, and he's like, "LOL, I win. All I had to do was hit the guy." And they're like, "Yeah, you won." But then all of a sudden, this big like Joker dude, like it's a stand basically, like just Shaman Kings his ass up with a big ass scythe, and everyone's like, "Oh shit, what is that?" It's called Chakaroki, and Chakaroki is basically like the power of the show, and this is our first taste of Chakioki, and so they get the Chakioki and they're not know what it is, and you know all of them are wondering what's going on, and in the next round, you know it's the semifinals, and it's Han Dawi and Yu Mira against each other. They're friends now, so this is wild, right? And so Han Dewey and Yu Mira, in the previous fight, Mira got a cut on her side, and Dawi just punched her in her gut like 3 times, and she bled. And Jim Mori was late for some reason, I don't remember, but he won his round. And so the finals were Jin Mori versus Han Dawi, and there was really neck and neck. But then Jim Mori hit him with that Jin Mori original blue dragon kick and whooped his ass. And he just kind of lost that one. And so now the preliminaries are over, right? And so they're like, look, the 2 best people from all around the world are going to do it. But then they're like, no. There's 3 main characters. So the top 3 people had got to make it, right? And so, you know, it's all good, bro. It's all good. So, Jim Mori, Han Dewey, and Yu Mira are the gang, right? They forgive Dawei for what he did. They didn't know his friend was dying. So, they found out his friend was dying. It's all good. But now they know about Chakawiki, right? And so they're like, bro, we got to unlock Chakawiki or we're just going to get absolutely schooled. So as this whole thing's happening, there's this evil church called Nox, right? And Nox are just a bunch of people. And they're like, you know, hey, we want to kill all the gods. Because Chakawiki is basically like, it's like people channeling God, right? And they're like, no, there's only one God and he's evil. And so their whole thing is they're going to use their Chakachiki to summon the dude and kill all the gods. That's their plan. But it's not going to work, and I'm going to get there. And so preliminaries happen, 3v3 team, you know, but the 3v3s are like 1v1s in between the 3v3s. So the first round, you know, Jim Mori and Mira, they take care of it, easy peasy. Second round, though, there's this dude, he's a blue-haired guy. I got him right here on the list. His name is Jagal Take, and he summons a big-ass shark, and the shark fucks people up. And so the big-ass shark dude, he just kept hurting this female. And so Mira stood in front of Jim Moore and was like, hey, bro, if you do it again, they're going to kick you out of the tournament. But he was like, hey, what about my boy? And so Han Dewey just stepped in and whooped his ass. And so he got disqualified. So the next round, they couldn't participate, right, bro? Like Han Dewey was disqualified, so Mira went first, but Mori got a letter that his grandpa was in trouble. And so like Mira was like, oh, I gotta whoop this dude's ass. And this dude had a sword. Her sword got stolen. I forgot about that. That was a filler episode, kind of. She was going to marry this guy, but it turns out he was a bad guy, and he stole her sword. Life happens, right? And so she's fighting this dude, and he pulls out the kendo sword that's like hers, and she's like, hey, that's my sword, bro. My grandpa gave me that sword. And he was like, hey, bro, this a real sword. And then, like, he channeled his Chakiki into it. It became a real-ass sword. And so Mira was getting her ass whooped. And he summoned his Chakachiki, which was the Kraken. And we were like, oh, shit, what's going to happen? But out of nowhere, she summons her Chakachiki. Let me open this tab so I can say what this name is. What's her Chakachiki? Her Chakachiki is Yoipan Bong Seon. It's this dude on a horse. And, like, she gets, like, these, like, fucking rooster, like, things on her head. And, like, she summons the sword to her hand and she whoops his ass. Like it was nothing. And then they're like, oh man, my boy Jim Moore, he ain't gonna make it in time. It's all over, bro. It ain't gonna happen. And then Jim Moore is all like, hey, bro, I'm back. And he's back, right? And he fought somebody. Who did he fight? I don't remember. He didn't fight that guy yet, I don't think. He fought some dude. Oh, it didn't really matter because he whooped his ass. Basically, he was just like, he popped in and he was like, hey, bro, I'm going to hit you with the Jim Moore original 2. He summoned 2 Azure Dragons and whooped his ass. And so after that round happened, then we get introduced to Park Epo. I think that's that guy's name. Is that Park Epo? Yeah, Park Epo. We introduced to Park Epo, who basically knew Jim Moore when he was younger, and he trained on this. It's called Tachyon. It's like this fucking like patent shit going on with his hands, and he's really OP. And so he all he knows is that he's strong as shit, but the shark guy don't like him. And then Epo whooped the shark guy's ass when he was younger. He didn't like that shit, and so he's just been kind of killing folks since then. But so in the final round, it's Han Dewey versus this other dude, and her name's Park Sinaga, and John Jiwei activates his Chaki Chiki, but only for a minute, and he like hits her in the face and she goes down. It's relevant really. So the next match is Jim Moore versus Park Epo, right? And they're trading blows, but Park's like way stronger than my boy, right? And so he's like, hey, these are your weaknesses, my guy. And my boy Jim Moore, he's all like, hey, I don't have no weaknesses. So then, like, at a range, he copied Yumira's shit, dude. He was like Moonlight Sword Style 4, Air Slash. And he's like, whoa, he copied my shit, bro. And then he got really close, and then Epo was going to hit him, and he was like, he used Don Hiway style. He's like, Stance 1, Black Turtle, and he, like, blocked it. And then he was like, oh, my God, he stole mine, too. And then freaking Epo has his own move. I can't remember what it's called. It's like Phoenix something or like Tachyon something. And he steals that one too. And he's like, hey, I don't have any weaknesses. But then he pissed off my boy Park Epo. And my Park Epo activated his Chaki Chiki, which was to summon this Phoenix. Like, I mean, the Nine-Tail, the QB, the Nine-Tail. And so now I'm going to get into the side story, because the side story that matters. So in the Chaki Chiki world, basically the Nine-Tails defended like God and everybody, but then God was like, hey bro, ain't gonna happen. And so the Nine-Tails like, fuck that shit, I'm gonna take half the world. And so the Nine-Tail Fox took half the world and put it into a key. And so he's the key. And so the leader of the God of HighSchool, who is I gotta find this guy. He's not on here. I don't know why he's not on here. But anyway, there's a guy who's like the leader of the he's the leader of the whole thing. Let me see if I can find him. No, he's not on here. There's a lot of extra stuff. I don't want spoilers. But basically, he's the leader, and like he's trying to get the key so he can like summon God. But then Nox is trying to get the key to summon their God so he can kill all the other gods, right? It's kind of irrelevant, but not really. And so you find out though that that Jagal Taki has like made a pact with Nox, and like he's like consumed with never losing again, and so he's trying to get the key to become really OP. And that's basically what happens. Basically the Nox guys are like gonna kill everybody, and then the North Korea orders a nuclear explosion, and then one of the guys, he stops it from happening and teleports everyone away. And then the shark dude gets the key and becomes like Sephiroth. He's got like the wings and the halo and shit. And Jin Take's like, hey, or Jim Moore's like, hey, bro, I still whooped that ass. And so like they fight, but he's getting his ass whooped. And then all of a sudden, bam, Jim Moore is a goddamn monkey king, bro. He's the monkey king. He's Wukong himself. Journey to the North, bro. He's here. He's got the damn stick that extends. He's got the crown. He's got the fucking wrist thingies. He whoops his ass. Like, he beats his ass. Like, it's nothing, bro. And then, as he whoops the guy's ass the last time, he goes to help him. The dude's like, no, I did my thing. I'm dead. So Shark Dude dies, but when he dies, the key shatters into fragments. And so now the God of High School, the tournament is done. But now Jin Mori, Han Dawei, and Ymira, they gotta travel the world and they gotta find the shards of the thing. It's a pretty damn good anime, dude. Like, it's pretty good up there. I think it's pretty good, bro. But hey, I already took 15 minutes of your time. If you liked my explanation of God of High School, make sure you like and subscribe and comment what your favorite part was. If you watch it and you're like, hey, damn, bro, you did a good job explaining this. Hey, I got you. Not that many spoilers. I'm pretty vague. I highly recommend watching this. It's easily one of the best ones I've watched in a while. I just finished Tower of God, which is another Korean manga that they made into a Japanese manga or anime. So if you like this, maybe I'll do another one on Tower of God. It's really good. If I had to choose one, I like the power scaling of Tower of God, but God of High School's got really good action, man. It's really worth watching. So anyway, that's it for me. Deuces. Bye-bye now. Goodbye.